Very difficult subject, as I understand. Okay, we have been fighting with this subject ever since I was a student. Ever since I attended my first Kaya Chikitsa lecture, Avran is a difficult subject. But still, uh, after so many years of Samhita teaching and Samhita learning and discussing Avran concept with my teachers, I have come to a certain conclusion about what Avran in clinical practices. Uh, Today afternoon, when I invited my dear friend Dr. Harish Kumar Singh for this lecture, I asked him, Harish, HB, how do you think about Avran in clinical practice? Then he said, Milin, some patients do come to us with certain symptoms, but we can't really give a name to that condition. We can't really identify the disease. We can't say it is as Jwara, Raktapitta, Atisar, Pravahika, Parinamshu, Lamlapitta, etc. etc. But then symptoms are genuinely experienced by the patient. That is the condition where I think we need to think about Avran in clinical practice. That is what he shared with me, and I'm with him because I also think the same way. Ultimately, we are from the same institute, Poda. We share the same gurus, and the guru that we share is Yasya Dwadasha Sahasri Rudi Tishtati Samvita So Arthadnya Sa Vicharadnya Chikitsa Kushalashasa. Vedya Vasudevji Vyas was something like this. Okay, and therefore, with him, whatever we learned is evident in our teachings and speakings. So I always start my lecture with remembering Guruji. Uh, he was a scholar par excellence, and he was humorous too. I'll tell you one story. Lectures on Avran are of three types. A young man was sent by his own village to a neighboring town to hear a great rabbi. He was to bring back a report in which all when he returned to his village, and they were fellow citizens were eagerly waiting for him, and he reported the rabbi spoke three times. The first was brilliant, clear, and simple. I understood every word. This is the description of Vyasji's lecture. Very brilliant, clear and simple, and students understood every word. The second was even better, deep and subtle. I did not understand much, but the rabbi understood it all. Okay, fine. And the third was by far the finest, a great and unforgettable experience. I understood nothing, and the rabbi himself did not understand much either. Okay, I don't expect my lecture to be of first kind, because I'll try my best. Second, probably. Third, I will not repeat it. Okay, so please pay attention. Each and every slide is important. I'm not going to take each avran, but then I will make you sure that we all understand what are avranas and how do they manifest in our OPDs and IPDs. If I ask you a question where avran is described in Brihatrayi, so we can't cite amuk adhyay of avran, because avran is explained as an appendix to Vata Vyadhi Adhyay, Nidan, Vata Nidan, or Vata Vyadhi Adhyay. Or in some of the granthas, it is in Vata Shonita Nidan. But then we know that avran is very important. And it is the Vayu dosh which is related to avran. How do they describe? I'm using Charak Samhita because Charakastu Chikitsite. Therefore, I'm using shlokas from Charak to describe what avran is. The adhyay starts with Vayuhu Ayuhu, Balam Vayuhu, Vayuhu Dhata Sharirinam, Vayur Vishwamidam Sarvam, Prabhur Vayushya Kirtita. So Pittam Pangu, Kafak Pangu, Pangavo Maladhatavaha, Vayuna Yatra Niyante, Tatra Varshanti Megavat. So Vayu is the Raja, king of doshas, and therefore we call Vayu as a Prabhu. Prabhu Vayusha Kirtita. What happens to Vayu in Avran, that we shall see, and how do they present in the clinic, and what is the modern correlation of Avranas, that too we shall see. Just appreciate the shloka. Shlok number 4 in Charak Chikitsa Sthan 28 Vata Chikitsa. Avyahata gati yasya स्थानस्थः प्रकृतौ स्थितः वायुसात् so adhikam jivet vitarogaः समाशतम्. There are three adjectives of vata dosha here, vayu dosha here. First, avyahata gatihi. Second, sthanasthaha. And third, prakrutau sthitaha. I repeat, there are three adjectives of vayu here. Avyahata gatihi. Look at that aeroplane. Avyahata gatihi. Sthanasthaha. Prakrutau sthitaha. Yasya vayu sat, so adhikam jivet vitarogaः समाशतम्. A person who has a vayu like avyahata gati, sthanasthaha and prakrutau sthitaha, that person will live for 100 years without any disease. Healthy life he live of 100 years. This is the description, and this is how that aeroplane starting from Delhi to New Mumbai lands very peacefully. Okay, that is the life of Vayu. So friends, don't forget this shloka when you are thinking about Avran. Avyahata gatihi yasya sthanasthaha prakrutau sthitaha vayu satso adhikam jivet vitarogaः समाशतम्. So yasya vayuhu avyahata gatihi, yasya vayuhu sthanasthaha, yasya vayuhu prakrutau sthitaha sa adhikam jivet vitarogaः समाशतम्. Okay, and complete chapter 28 of Charak Chikitsa, Vata Vyadhi Chikitsa, that describes what is avyahata gati vayu, what is sthanasthaha, what is prakrutau sthitaha, and what happens when something goes wrong, and the treatment of those. So when you are reading Vata Vyadhi Chikitsa, that the basis, the adau, the point where you find that the whole shloka is described in the full chapter, this is that shloka. See, Charak Samhita. Avran is described in shlokas from 58 to 71, and Avran is described in shlokas from 194 and 245. So when I want to master Avran from Charak Samhita, I focus on these shlokas, because otherwise Pakshaghat, etc., Ardit, etc. diseases are quite crystal clear to us. But then the description in 58.71 and 194 and 245 is a bit difficult to understand, because that groups of shlokas describe Avran. And then this is the complete description of the subject of Vata Vyadhi Chikitsa. Panchatmanah sthanavashat sharire sthanani karmani cha dehe dhatoh prakopa hetu kupitasya roga sthaneshu channeshu ruto avrutasya. This is what is described. And the chapter ends with Loke Vaivarka Somanam Durvidneya Yatha Gatihi Tatha Sharire Vatasya Pittasya cha Kapasya cha. As if in nature, Vayu, Arka and Som, their Gati is Durvidneya, difficult to understand, difficult to know. Similarly, in Sharir, in body, you don't really understand very easily the Gatis of Vata, Pitta and Kapha. How do we understand the Gati? Kshayam Vruddhi Samatvam cha. See, friends, till this chapter, we understand Vata, Pitta, Kapha. We understand Rasa, Rakta, Mans, Meda, Asti, Majja, Shukra and Malas in terms of their Kshaya, their Ruddhi and their Samatva. Only in chapter of Vata Vyadhi, we get the term Avran. And what is Avran? Avran is a kind of turbulence in the body. Please make sure if you have experienced a kind of turbulence when you're traveling in the plane, you will understand what that turbulence is like. Okay, initially you feel afraid, you're shocked, you're anxious, but then the communication from the pilot, the crew members, is comforting, ashwasak, and therefore you believe them, and somehow you land at the place where you are expected to land. Okay, so when I think of avrana, there are mild conditions, except avranas of Udan and Pran that we will discuss. But then consider all avran conditions as some kind of turbulence, and this turbulence is expected only in case of Vayu, and therefore avran is described in Vatavyadi Adhyaya, whether it is Vata Nidan or Vatavyadi Nidan or Chikitsa. So friends, never forget this turbulence, and that turbulence is avran. Most of the times it is temporary. Most of the times it doesn't really give you a lot of pain. Okay, at times it can be fatal too. Why I call it as a not very serious conditions? Because if they are aparidnataha or not treated for a year or so, they become asadhya or durupakrama. And if they are aparidnata and upeksha neglected, then upadrava, complications like rudro, vidradhi, liha, gulma, atisar, bhavanti upadraha tesham avrutanam upekshana. Tasmat avaranam vaidya pavanasya upalakshaye. Therefore, the pilot should think of turbulence. That's how we need to understand what avaran is. Tasmat avaranam vaidyaha pavanasya upalakshaye panchatmakasya vatena pittena shrishmana api vishagdita mata samyak upalaksha samachari. When you are waiting for your flight at Delhi, there is an announcement that the flight to Mumbai is delayed because of bad weather conditions. Okay, those bad weather conditions may cause some turbulence when you are landing at Mumbai airport, and therefore we will leave a bit late. Okay, and therefore whenever we think of avran, whenever I think of avran, I think of that turbulence kind of thing, and everything falls in place, and then everything becomes understandable. Just look at this. Lingam piktavrute daha trushnah shulam brahmastamaha katvam lavonoshnesha vidaha shitakamita. Second, shaita gaurava shulani katwadi upashayo adhikam langana ayasa rukshnoshna kamita cha kapavrati. Friends, just try to understand this two avrana described here. Second is more easy to understand, therefore I will concentrate on this. Why I do think that this is so easy to understand? Because when I read Kafavrute Yavanani, Jangalaha, Mrugapakshinaha, Svedaha, Tikshna, Niruhasha, Vamanam Sa Virechanam, I feel like I am reading the Chikitsa of diabetes. Kafavrute Yava Pradhanastu Bhavet Pramehi. Jangalaha Mrugapakshinaha Viparito Gramya Auduka Anuparasaha Payansi. Svedaha Tikshnaha Niruhasha Vamanam Savirechana. And when I look at Shaitya Gaurava Shulani, Katwadi Upashayo Adhikam, Langana Ayasa Rukshnoshna Kamitvacha Kafavrute, I think that this Kafavrutvat is pre-diabetes or pre-diabetes. Again, I will take this subject when we go ahead with those slides. But then friends, just think for a moment. Kafavrut Vayu Lakshanani here. Shaitya Gaurava Shulani. Katwadi Upashayo Adhikam. Langana Ayasa Rukshnoshna Kamitva. Kaphavruti. And when I see Langana, Ayasa, Rukshnoshna, Kamita, I strongly feel that these Lakshanas are Viparita Gunechhacha. And they are the manifestations of active pranayashana. So that some principle, that some entity in the body is sensitive to Vata being Kaphavrut. And it expresses, that pranayashana expresses Viparita Gunecha. And that Viparita Gunecha is Langana Ayasa Rukshnoshna Kamita. And this must be happening in pre-diabetes. But then we don't look at this symptom collection as pre-diabetes, and therefore we simply ignore this kind of treatment. So if we consider Avran as pre-diabetes, this becomes the chikitsa of pre-diabetes, and we can stop diabetes manifestation, full-fledged diabetes manifestation. Again, I say, these are the, and who will really know these symptoms as pre-diabetes? Only that person who is thinking, pratarkayet. That person who is pratarkayati, prakarshena tarkayati, that person will know that, array, this seem to be the manifestations of pre-diabetes or pre-diabetes. So one should be open to these suggestions. Lingam pitta vrute daha, tushna shulam brahmasata, katvam lavonoshesha vidaha. Is it pre-amla pitta? Is it pre-parinamshul? Because pitta vrute visheshana shitam ushnam tadha kriyam vyathyasat karet sarpi jivanim tashasyate. So this is how, if we think of Avran, we can easily tackle Avran in our clinical practice. Let us go ahead. Shukra vego ati vego va nishpalatvam cha shukrage. So when I am treating male infertility, the mild male infertility, is it Shukra vego ati vego va nishpalam to shukrage? Because Purvavat retasa avrute, chikitsa is Vajikaran. Okay, so maybe this is very, very mild male infertility. The person suffers from loss of libido, premature ejaculation, and azoospermia. Okay. Bhukte kukshau charuk jirne shamyati annavrute anile. Certain dietary indiscretions will lead to this kind of temporary things. Annavrute tadullekha pachanam deepanam lagu. Yesterday I had that heavy food in the hotel. Annavrute tadullekha pachanam deepanam lagu for 3 to 4 days. And if this happens very often, then I may land with a proper disease of annavasrutas. So let us treat all Avran conditions as pre-disease conditions, and let us be sensitive to identify those conditions as pre-disease conditions. Mutra pravrutti admanam vasto mutra vrute anile. Mutralani tu mutrena svedaha suttar vastaya. Shakruta tailam erandam snigdha udavartya. Then mutra apravrutti admanam vasto. Okay, all Avran conditions are aging related. And therefore, if I look at mutra pravrutti admanam as benign prostatic hypoplasia, I think I am on the right path. Okay, just try to understand. Avran are not observed in pediatric patients. Swasthanastu bali dosha praktam swaya aushadir jayet vamaneva. This is a general treatment of Avran. If you look at the chikitsa of Avran, what do you see? It's very general, tonic kind of a person. The other day I was explaining Avran to some group of students who were sitting in front of me. I told them, sometimes a serious patient comes to the OPD of a patient doctor. Then he is accompanied by his neighbor or relative. Okay, this patient is examined by the doctor, and the doctor prescribes certain medications. This is specific medications, and when they are leaving the clinic, that patient will hold that neighbor's hand or that relative's hands and bring him to the doctor. साहब इसको भी कुछ ना कुछ होते ही रहता है, कंप्लेन करते रहता है, probably that इसको भी कुछ ना कुछ होते ही रहता है, is suffering from some kind of harm. Okay, and what is the kind of treatment? Ana abhishandihi snigdahi, snigdahi which are not abhishandi, srotasam shuddhi karakahi, कफविद्ध पित्त अविरुद्धम यद यच्च वातानुलोमनम सर्वस्थानावृते अपि आशु तत्कार्य मारुते हितम यापना बस्तया प्रायो मधुरा सानुवसना प्रसमीक्ष बलाधिक्य मृदुवा श्रमस समितम. Okay, just try to understand this, my friends. These are tonic kind of medicines. Make sure when you are treating Avran, make sure that you don't disturb Kapha Pitta. Make sure that Vatanuloman is done. Make sure that Srutasam Shuddhi is achieved, okay, by mild Yapanaha Bastaya. They are also anti-aging properties. And then Rasayananam Sarvesham Upayogaha Prashasate. So this is Shodhan, this is Shaman. Shilajatu, Gugulu, Chavanprash, iti sankshepatāh proktam avrutanam chikitsatam. So when I think reverse from chikitsa to avran, this is what the complete chikitsa of avran. What do I think? That this is a simple chikitsa of strengthening the body, and that body strength achieved will give benefits in the signs symptoms of Avran. So these are the conditions of, these are the treatment. Think again, Shila Jatu, Rasayan, Gugulu, Srotasam Shuddhi Karak, Chavanprash, etc. are, and in some chapter they describe Rason as the best medicine for Avran. Just think of Rasona's description in Kashyap Samhita. Whole chapter is devoted to Rason, garlic. Okay, and when you read that chapter, there is that story that gods and demons are fighting for the nectar, and that demon is trying to drink that nectar, and God snatches that pot from the demon. Few drops fall on the ground, and that place on that where that nectar is dropped, that place grows garlic. So garlic has the properties of amruta, and that's how in Avran Chikitsa the home remedy garlic is described. Now the garlic may increase the pitta, and therefore, and you want kapha pitta viruddha, and therefore the very good kalpa of garlic is described, which is Rasona Kshirpak. I have a lot of experience of Rasona Kshirpak in clinical practice, especially those days when we used to sit with HIV experts. I was fond of prescribing Rasona Kshirpak to my HIV patients. So thinking backward, from Chikitsa to Avran, we feel that Avranas are pre-disease conditions of Tat Srotasas systems, because apanena avrute sarvam deepanam grahi beshajam vatanulomanam yaccha pakvashaya vishodanam. When I think of deepan grahi beshaj vatanuloman pakvashaya vishodanam, apanena avrute lakshanas are some kind of pre-disease conditions. That's how we need to, if there are students sitting there, let them do some experiment. Okay, the experiment is look at the symptom complex of each avran, and based on the symptoms, they can think about the srotas and think of sub-disease conditions with those signs and symptoms, and you will get that pre-disease condition. The only difficult avrutas are Pranavrut Udan and Udana Avrut. Rest of them can be very easily manipulated, managed. Because Pranena Udana Avrute, Nishwas Ushwas Sanrodaha Pratishaya Shirograha Rudrogo Mukushosha. The other day I was reading about pre-disease conditions. So look at this. Nishwas Ushwas Sanrodaha Pratishaya Shirograha Rudrogo Mukushosha Pranena Udana Avrute. This can be pre-asthmatic conditions. उदानेन आवृते प्राणे वर्ण ओज बल संशया दिशा अनया च विभजेत सर्वमावरणं विष. सो उदानेन आवृते प्राणे वर्ण ओज बल संशया. Can you think of pre-coronary artery disease? Pre-asthma and pre-coronary artery disease. And yes, if you read the signs symptoms of those diseases, you will understand that Nishwas, Ushwas, Sanrodh, Pratishaya Shirograha, etc., are pre-asthmatic disease conditions. And then Udanena Avrute Prane Varnauja Bala Sanshaya can be considered as pre-coronary artery disease. So, friends, Stanani Avekshavatanam, Ruddhim Hanim Cha Karmanam, Prananinam Cha Panchanam, Mishramar. This is how you have to imagine pre-disease conditions. I will come to Iti Sankshepataha Proktam Avrutanam Chikitsam. So, what did we do here? We thought of the recommended treatment and we inferred about disease conditions. Now, Udanam yojayet udvam, apanam chanulomayet, samanam shamayet vidwan, trida vanam cha yojayet. All this, prano raksha chaturbhyopi tasito deha sansiti, may be coronary artery disease. Swam samsthanam naye devam prutan vatan vimargadam. Make sure that coronary circulation improves. Make sure that you follow Parishram and Mitahar. Make sure that you take some Ruddha medicine. What that Ruddha medicine can be? Sarvam chavaranam pitta rakta samsarga varjitam rasayana vidhanena lashuno hanti shilita. I did talk about the importance of lashun as described in Kashyap Samhita. Visit that chapter today itself, Rason Adhyay in Kashyap Samhita, and then you will understand how that Rason helps in Sarvam Chavarana. Okay. Pittavrutte pittahara marutashchanulammanam raktavrutte pittadvacha khudoktam yacha veshajam pitta rakta. Now, the moment you identify that pre-disease condition, you may prescribe some of the medicines which are described as disease condition. I will share some of the important references here. See, we did talk about Avrana, a pre-disease condition, from the books which is 1500 years or 2000 years old. Now, just think of this New England Journal of Medicine, July 26, 1928. The whole article is not available, but then this chapter abstract is there. From 2 to 12 months was experienced by some form of indigestion with various symptoms for 2 to 10 years were found to be pre-disease disorders in many of the patients. So that pre-disease concept, that Avran concept, is described in this New England Journal of Medicine in 1920. So when I read this paragraph, I thought of, yes, they were also thinking of some pre-diseases, some form of indigestion. They are vague, some form of indigestion with various symptoms for 2 to 10 years found to be pre-disease disorders in many of the patients. Okay, so think of pre-medicine, pre-heart disease, pre-diabetes. I don't know whether this is all visible to you, but then see stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. So stage 1 is risk, आवरण. Stage 2 is pre-disease, आवरण. And then if they are not treated or neglected for a year or so, then you have proper disease, and then you have in stage 4 complications of that disease. So don't forget genetics, environment, behavior. Ask about the family history. Ask about his life, work conditions, pre-disease phenotype, disease phenotype, and then complication. So here you think of आवरण. Here you think of आवरण, and then you will understand that you can really improve beta cell dysfunction by prescribing Kaphavrutte Yavanani Jangala Amrukapakshana. You want to improve the beta cell dysfunction in the pre-disease condition. Kaphavrutte Yavanani Jangala Amrukapakshana. And because of that low glycemic products, you can reverse that beta cell dysfunction and you can prevent pre-disease progressing to diabetes. Just see, this is again quite latest article. Association between lifestyle factors, sedentary habits and Ratro Jagaranam, etc., and suboptimal health status among Chinese college freshmen. So, suboptimal health status is an intermediate state between health and disease, which is often medically undiagnosed. How many of us really diagnose आवरण in our chikitsa clinics? And the Vaidyas to whom I spoke, they said, yes, we diagnose आवरण, but then when they say that they diagnose आवरण, they are not diagnosing avarans. They are not diagnosing suboptimal health status. They think of complications and they talk about avaran as complication. But then avaranas are suboptimal health statuses. And they are the intermediate between health and disease, which is often medically undiagnosed, agyat, aparijnataha, untreated, etc. So this condition, suboptimal health status. Look at that Avran chapter. And my guidance to my young students is that ratta maro shloko ka. And whenever seemingly healthy, apparently healthy person with few complaints come to you, think of those shlokas, put that condition or the in some kind of avaran and diagnose and treat with certain Arogyavardhini or Chandraprabha or Gokshuradi or whatever Chavanprash. You may prescribe Rasuna Kshirpak and then you are treating suboptimal health status. See, same thing again. Just see. This is the diagnosis of diabetes. Before the diagnosis occurs, 3 months before, 6 months before, 9 months before, everything is seemingly normal. BMI is not changing, fasting glucose, glycosylated hemoglobin. But they must be suffering from some kind of avaran. So you have to be aware to catch those avarans 15 months before the diagnosis. Here you confirm the diagnosis of diabetes. And this is transition time. Okay, and this transition time perhaps is pre-diabetes time. So my request to all of you is go through that Avran chapter. Think of this transition time before diabetes diagnosis is confirmed, and then you will find some or other Avran describing this transition time. And that is where you have to start treating. And chronobiology of aging, this is the most important article if you want to understand what Avran is. What does it describe? Just see this. Brahme Murte Uttishtet. You remember those shlokas? You remember those shlokas? Vayu Pittam Kapashyati Trayodosha Samasataha. And the most important shloka relating to Vata Pitta Kapha is Vayo Ohoratri Bhuktanam Te Anta Madhyadigaha Karma. Okay? Vayo Ahoratri Bhuktanam Te Anta Madhyadigaha Karma and Brahme Murte Uttishtet. So during health, these circadian waves are quite wide. And the width of these circadian movements defines the healthy conditions. See the amplitude. See the amplitude. As the person grows in years, aging occurs, you obviously see the amplitude reduction. And when this amplitude reduction is observed, these are the stages of Avrana. And in disease conditions, the circadian wavelengths are totally disturbed. Friends, I don't understand what this is. But then, this is Samyatva, Pakka. This is Ishat Vaishamya. And this is total Vaishamya. So you know this. Samadosha, Samagnica, etc., etc. You know this because of Avran, amplitude reduction, fade advance, etc., etc. What do they prescribe? They don't prescribe pharmaceuticals because side effects is a problem. See, pharmaceuticals, question mark. So what do they prescribe? Calorie restriction, Langan. What do they prescribe? Exercise. What do they prescribe? They prescribe Sakshat Ashwini Kumar. Parishramo mitaro bhugato Ashwini Suto. Tavana drutya naivaham vaidyamadam shamashre. What do they prescribe? Regular routine parishram. What do they prescribe? Mitahar. And what are these two giants, calorie restriction and regular routine exercise, physical exercise? They are parishram and mitahar. What does parishram do? Parishram is daily angioplasty. And what is mitahar? Mitahar is daily management of your blood sugar. And if you do this, aging will not occur, it will. Okay. And what is the treatment? Geroprotectors, calorie restriction, physical exercise. What are geroprotectors? These are the geroprotectors. Rasayananam sarvesham upayoga prasasate shilajatu guggulu chavanprash and then Rasayana Vidhanena Lashunu Hanti Shilitaha. These are the geroprotectors. When was this article published? 2017. And what does it talk about? It talks about what Charak Samhita describes. Okay, so friends, have faith in each word and shloka because in 2017 article of Chronobiology of Aging, they are talking about geroprotectors, which are already recommended by our ancestors. See? And when something goes wrong, this is health with normal rhythmic patterns. This is disease risk elevation. And Avrana is disease risk elevation. And catching the disease here is identifying the Avran. So, and then you treat it with certain simple remedies and maybe Yapana Basti, etc., etc. You prevent that disease occurring. Just see growth, then pre-disease, then clinical disease level, and then death level, hyperfunction. Now you understand these hyperfunctions are aberrant, which occur during aging process. And this is where we need to prescribe Rason, Amla, Chyawanprash, Shilajit, Guggulu, etc. etc. Just see, genes, environment, lifestyle will affect the growth, aging, death. So changes in lifestyle like exercise, low energy diet, and positive attitude will inhibit aging associated damage. Then this is something new, the rapamycin will inhibit hyperfunction during. And these Amopachak medicines, whenever I talk about AMPK activator, I talk about Amopachak. Ayurvedic audience should take AMPK activator as a short form of Amopachak medicine. Okay, they will inhibit diseases. This is inhibitions which are aging associated. Just think of these lines. Dinacharya, Rutucharya. Then at the moment, I won't tell you about what rapamycin is, but then rapamycin is a mammalian target of rapamycin inhibitor, and it is anti-aging, but it's not as good anti-aging as our Rasayan medicines. Then these are Amopachak activators. So if you want to treat avarana, which normally occur during the aging process, the modern article, Chronobiology of Aging, published in 2017, describes Ayurvedic treatment. Dinacharya, Rutucharya, Parishram, Mitahar, then Rasayan medicines, then Amopachak medicines. And if you don't really prevent pre-disease becoming this disease, then the disease-specific medicines like anti-hypertensive, anti-inflammatory, and rejuvenative. So friends, this is the future of Ayurvedic therapeutics. Modern medicine has come to the level of avarana. Okay, this chapter or possible strategies and interventions that can suppress hyperfunction and extend lifespan. So suppressing hyperfunction is treating avarana. Okay, and with this understanding, I think if we go ahead, the rate of aging can be retarded under certain conditions, and this is how you can retard. Don't forget, aging can be treated as a pre-disease to prevent its progression to disease. The recommendation of Rasayan Chikitsa in avarana conditions means that even Ayurveda considers aging as a pre-disease, and it can be treated by Rason, it can be treated by Arogyavardhini, Shilajit, Guggulu, Chyawanprash, etc. etc. Why do we want to treat this with Rasayan? Just see, COPD, dementia, cancer, these are very obvious. But if we treat our mild signs and symptoms with these Rasayan medicines, we will be less vulnerable to corona. And this is the most important message that I wanted to share with you. If we treat our minor sign symptoms with these Rasayan medicines, we become less vulnerable to corona infection. And therefore, in our day-to-day life, we must take these medicines to be safe from corona. Just see this. I don't want you to read this, but then this is Avarana in 18th May 2020 article. Detecting qualitative changes in biological systems. And when I read this heading, qualitative changes in biological systems can be detected by memorizing all avranas. Currently, most diseases are diagnosed only after significant disease-associated transformations have taken place. Here, think that you are reading Charak Samhita. Here, we propose an approach able to identify when systemic qualitative changes in biological systems happen, that is avran, thus opening the possibility for therapeutic interventions before the occurrence of symptoms. And what are those therapeutic interventions? Very simple. Guggulu, Shilajit, Chandraprabha, Arogyavardhini, Chavanprash, Rasono, Kshirpa. Before occurrence. So the qualitative changes in biological systems, I understand that these qualitative changes in biological systems are nothing but our avran, okay, which is published in 18th May 2020. Pre-disease processes associated with aging as a target for intervening aging progression into disease. Same thing in a different article. So you're told that you have a pre-disease. What does it mean? It means that you have pre-avran or avran. Okay. You must understand the Vegan Dharaniya chapter if you want to understand avran pakka. Okay. So my sincere appeal to all of you that you must follow and understand, read Vegana Dhare Vatavindu Trikshu, because these vegan, when dharit, they will cause turbulence in the biological system. And that turbulence, Chaya Kashtam Uparaya, Kurvate Tehi Upekshita, Prayashaha Suchiranapi Veshaja Dveshinadana. That turbulence will cause, if it is neglected, asadya disease conditions. Avrutam Shreshma Pittabhyam Pranam Chodanam Evacha Garyastvena Pashyanti Vishaja Shastra Chakrusha Vishesha Jivitam Prane. Whenever you are thinking of avran, especially of prana and udan, be careful because they may be grave conditions, fatal conditions. Whatever I discussed with you today is covered by these two books. This is Approaching Complex Diseases. It talks about systems approach in biomedicine, and it talks about those pre-disease conditions. And complex diseases is complicated. A diet, microbiota, brain, beta cell, and all this leading to obesity and metabolic syndrome. This Nature magazine also talks about some kind of pre-disease conditions, some kind of avran. Avran is very complicated. So is modern explanation. Just see. I don't understand what this is, but then this is a healthy state. Avran is a transition state, which is a critical period. Then there is a disease state. So my friends, we need to understand avran inside out so that we can preempt diabetes, preempt coronary artery disease, preempt asthma, psoriasis, eczema, dementia, Alzheimer, stroke, etc., etc. So by understanding avran's concept this way, we will be able to intervene at the right time, right approach, so that life-threatening conditions do not occur. Again, this complex image talks about avran. Okay, I will read this. This is my last slide perhaps. Systemic and cellular reflections on aging and the circadian oscillator, a mini review. Avran, turbulence, circadian oscillator. From circulation to digestion to excretion, a circadian clock synchronizes most aspects of mammalian physiology with the solar day, Brahme Murte Uttishte. During normal aging, this daily coordination gradually erodes. And during pathological aging, such erosion is exacerbated. Recent experiments suggest that therapies aimed at sustaining circadian function increase quality of life in elderly patients. Hence, a better understanding of the interactions between the circadian clock and aging, that is आवरण, at both cellular and systemic levels would lead to direct benefits of aged individuals. So, Brahme Murte Uttishtit, why? Because you want to prevent turbulences occurring in your biology. And if you do that, you don't land up in Avran. If no Avran, no predecease. If no predecease, no disease. That's as simple as Charak Samhita explains Avran. Okay. So my friends, I think this was an attempt by me to explain Avran. Avran is not a condition in complicated cases. Okay, you need to train yourself to think of Avran as pre-disease condition. And when my doctor friend, a good colleague, Dr. H.B. Singh explained, "Arey, patients come with symptoms. We can't really put those symptoms in some particular disease." I understand those are Avran conditions, and that is perfectly well said by him. Thank you, Dr. H.B. Singh, for that insight. And thank you all my friends. Okay, you may have some questions. Please feel free to ask.
Yes, if anyone want to ask the question, please post.
Not able to see slides, sir.
Yes, relog in. I told them to relog in.
Okay.
If anyone want to ask question now or later on, then they can WhatsApp me on 8828220108.
Dr. Shraddha, what we can do, let
Yes,
all
sir.
questions come. We will
Yes,
compile
sir.
those questions and
Okay.
answer them in some PDF file. So a PDF file will go to them with the references and all this.
Okay,
If
sir.
we
Okay,
think
sir.
it proper, we can give these articles as well, highlighted
Yes.
articles. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Please, everyone, ping me on 8828220108, my contact number, so that we can give you the material. And thank you, sir. Sir's lecture is always like a poetry. I feel like a poetry. So he teaches Avran. Means meanwhile, I am also PG Sangeeta, but Avran is is a critical topic for me also. So in the line of Gulzar, the सबको मालूम है कि बाहर की हवा है कातिल. सबको मालूम है कि बाहर की हवा है कातिल, यूं कातिल से उलझने की जरूरत क्या है. हम कभी उस आवरण को उलझने के लिए नहीं जाते थे. थैंक यू सर फॉर टीचिंग अस अ नाइस आवरण.
I hope Avran concept is clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone for kind listening, and keep in contact with Vedayu and Dr. Shraddha. Thanks for the nice eve also. So good evening to all. And on this note, we are ending our session. So thank you everyone.